Hey everyone, it's Louisa, and I just wanted to reach out to everyone who was in the live stream this morning because um, we had a great setup that we were watching this morning, and just with a little bit of patience, the trade worked out beautifully. I ended up catching a portion of it because I was out walking my dog, but I just want to go over the setup because it's a setup that happens every single week. And you know, when you get the right setup a couple times a week, that's all you need. You don't need to overtrade. And this is a good reminder for me because I was feeling a little impatient this week, waiting for the right setup for me. So let's get into it. Price opened at 9:30 this morning and immediately came down and made a 5-minute low. We put in our order block here. We marked out our order block, and from there, price began to move up. But notice how the wicks kept retracing and retracing pretty deeply, which makes it very difficult to trade and have a stop loss that's reasonable enough, you know, that you can stomach it and allows you to stay in the trade. So this is the type of price action that I'm not a fan of. See, look at the deep retracement here, right back into this BISI. So price moved up and came into key point of interest areas. The first area of interest was the midnight. We knew this morning in our live stream that because price for most of Asia and London were below midnight, we were anticipating a bullish move up above midnight. So price moved up above midnight, took out London high and Asia high. Let me just move this over so you can see that. There we go, London high. So we took out London high and price continued up, showing strength to the previous week high and just above. And you can see here, this green line here is our previous week high. Now above the previous week high, we have an hourly SIBI. And I was thinking that price might try and tap into that hourly SIBI. And let me show you one of the members on our live stream. You know, he was discussing that just around this area here, he had a very strong point of interest. Lots of stop losses in here, buy stops and sell stops. So we watched price, and it was obvious that price was showing some signs of weakness. And then we were moving into a time frame, I think it was like 11:30 or so, 11:30, 11:45, when you know, you don't really want to be looking for a good trade at that point. But we did notice the beginning of a bearish breaker forming. So we had the high, the low, the higher high, and we made a lower low here. So this is the ICT unicorn setup. It's high probability setup. Now price moved down and out of the bearish breaker all the way down to here, down to this BISI. But we know from studying ICT, and we know from seeing bearish and bullish breaker blocks, that if you're patient enough, price will return to the bearish breaker, as it did in this case. Now, at this point, I'm out walking my dog. I'm out walking my dog Pi, and you know, I had my eye on this trade for this afternoon, but the trade started to form a little earlier than I had anticipated. So by the time I came back with my dog, price was around here. So price moved back into this SIBI, and that's when I decided to take this trade short. I would have loved to have entered here, but you know, my dog takes precedence over trading. You guys know what I mean. So here is the execution. The execution was at the top, almost the top of this SIBI. And then, so I entered at 20.090, and then I exited right into the first presented fair value gap in pink. Here's the first presented fair value gap from this morning. It was a total of 49 points by 1 mini, which was $980 in 5 minutes. These are the setups that I love. These are the setups that I look for every week. They're clean, they're fast, price moves, it's trying to get somewhere in good time. There's nice liquidity that is low resistance liquidity, And sometimes it just takes a few hours for the setup to come to fruition. But when it does, it's a really, really nice trade. It's a very satisfying trade. And that patience of waiting for your setup to come to you is, well, it's what makes a trader a good trader, right? I'm not saying I'm a good trader. I'm just saying that in a perfect world, we wait for these setups to come to us, and then it just feels simple. It's never easy, but it feels simple when the trade works out. So anyway, I just wanted to come back on here quickly, share this trade with you, and I look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow morning in our live. Okay, peace. Everyone have a great afternoon. Bye for now.